Welcome to today's regional tournament matchup between Toccoa Fall Eagles and Trinity Baptist College. Starting for Trinity. Batting first, designated hitter and pitcher number 25, Jonathan Shiver. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 2, AJ Alexio. Batting third, playing third base, number 12, Jordan Keys. Batting fourth, catcher, number 19, David Hall. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 18, Nick McAdon. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 13, Christian Draper. Batting seventh, playing first base, number 5, Matthew Carter. For Toccoa. Batting first, playing left field, number 13, Caleb Banta. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 3, Easton Staton. Batting third, designated hitter, number 17, Josh Slade. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 4, Landon McLean. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 11, Luke Allen. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 14, TJ Lanning. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 10, Jesse Thomas. Batting eighth, playing catcher, number 5, Austin Davies. Batting ninth, playing center field, number 1, Brandon Tomeo. Pitcher, number 27, Justin Skinner. Please stand for the prayer national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for giving these teams the opportunity to be here today. Please help them glorify you in everything they do. In your name I pray. Amen.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the TBC Eagles. It is day number 2 of the NCCAA South Region Tournament. We have the first elimination game of the tournament going on right in front of you, and the first pitch will happen in just a couple of moments. Trinity Baptist College taking on the Screaming Eagles of Toccoa Falls College. Hello once again, everyone. I'm Ray Bureau. My son Dean is our cameraman. He'll be along a little later in the afternoon. Dean is finishing up his senior year at Trinity Christian Academy, finishing up his classes, so we'll have him out here working the camera for us for game number 2 later on today. The winner of this game between Trinity Baptist and Toccoa Falls will play Emmanuel College in an elimination game, and that will be tonight at 7 p.m. And sandwiched in between in the winner's bracket, seed number 2, Warner University, taking on number 4, Bruton Parker College. In case you missed any of the action from yesterday, Bruton Parker defeated Trinity 9-3 in game number 1. Game 2, Warner over Toccoa Falls 10-3, and the nightcap saw Bruton Parker defeat Emmanuel 12-8 in a slugfest. So that's where we stand as we get ready for the first elimination game. The winner of this game, again, will play Emmanuel tonight. The loser is eliminated from competition. On the mound, you see pitching for the home team, number 27, Justin Skinner. Justin is 5-2 on the season with a 5.03 earned run average. He is making his 11th appearance on the mound and 6th start. 62 2/3 innings. He has allowed 35 earned runs, and he is going to face John Shiver, the DH and the pitcher. Shortstop A.J. Alexo, third baseman Jordan Keys, catcher David Hall, second baseman Nick McAdon, left fielder Christian Draper, first baseman Matt Carter, center fielder Michael Kohick, and right fielder Kelvin George. That's a batting order for the Eagles. Even though it's their home field, Eagles are the visitors as they are the lower seed in this contest. Here's a first pitch, and it is a fastball down and in for ball one. In left field for the Screaming Eagles, Caleb Banta. Brandon Tamayo is in center. TJ Lanning in right. 1 ball, no strikes, swing and a miss. Count is now even. At third base, Easton Stanton, Landon McLean at shortstop, Jesse Thomas at second, and Luke Allen manning first base. The 1-1, high chopper. Shiver has a chance, but Thomas fields it, throws, not in time. That's a base hit for Shiver. John Shiver battling a slight hamstring strain, hustling all the way, and the senior has led off the game with a base hit. So good speed on the bases in John Shiver. Trinity Baptist has had its graduation ceremony. So congratulations to 7 seniors on the TBC Eagles roster. In fact, most of the schools involved, I think all 5 of them in the tournament have had their graduation ceremonies. So we want to congratulate a whole bunch of seniors. Here's a pitch. It is a fastball for a strike. John Shiver is the pitcher, so he came out for a courtesy runner. That is Jordan Broden, now running at first base. Throw over, and Broden is back in time. Broden, one of the many jackrabbits on this roster. He can run. Eagles have a lot of speed. A.J. Alexo, the batter, also very fast. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt, and a nice block by the catcher, Austin Davies. Davies, the battery mate of Justin Skinner. Won't take time too much to go through all the stats. We went through those last night in each ball game. Somebody new comes in and we haven't seen yet, though. We'll try to tell you about him. Skinner facing Alexo. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball game just underway, the first of 3 here today. And the 1-1 on the way, and a chopper towards first. Allen fields, goes to second for 1, and Skinner late covering the bag. That allows Alexo to reach. Otherwise, Landon McLean was looking to complete the double play, and he had enough time to do just that. So a fielder's choice for A.J. Alexo. 3-6 on the put out at second. 1 out, runner at first for third baseman Jordan Keys. Well, the Screaming Eagles do get the lead runner. Alexo at first, Keys at the plate. Eagles hit the ball very well all day yesterday. Had some tough luck as Bruton Parker played fantastic defense, ran down balls in the gap, made a couple of diving catches, and the Eagles hit a lot of very hard ground balls and line drives right at Bruton Parker Barron defenders. Bruton Parker won that game 9-3. Toccoa lost to Warner 10-3. The 0-1 on the way, and another high chopper. That's going to go over to first in time. Third baseman Easton Stanton makes the play. No chance to get the lead runner, Alexo, but there are 2 out. Stanton made the correct play, didn't even bother looking towards second. He knew Alexo was already there. So a runner at second, 2 men out, and here's the catcher, David Hall. So a leadoff single so far, still at second base. Well, that was Shiver's courtesy runner erased on a fielder's choice, but the Eagles did get a runner into scoring position, and now they're trying to cash in, and Hall swings and misses at a pitch up in the zone. Ball game just underway. 2 outs in the top of the first. Skinner takes a look back at the runner. Now the pitch, and it is on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. A little warmer today than yesterday. Temperatures will hit the low to mid 80s. Didn't have any humidity, that helped a lot. We're going to face a little bit today. There's a ground ball hard and into center field. Here's Alexo around third. Throw to the plate will not be made, and the Eagles have a 1-0 lead. RBI single for David Hall, hit the ball well. That took a funny hop on McLean. He was prepared to make the play. Can't fault the shortstop when the ball takes that kind of a hop. So a base hit and now a courtesy runner for the catcher. Number 28 is David Cavedo. He's now running at first base for David Hall. 2 outs, 1 run is in. And a high drive off the bat of Nick McAdon. Got under it, and that's going to be caught in center field. Brandon Tamayo makes the play in the gap. That retires a side. Eagles get 2 hits, score a run, and leave 1. After a half inning, Trinity Baptist leads 1-0. Bottom of the first, Eagles got a run in the top half, and on the mound, senior left-hander John Shiver. He is 2-3 with a 4.37 earned run average. Shiver's making his 18th appearance. He's done a pretty good job for Coach John Copeland over the course of 4 years. An All-American as a junior in NCCAA last year. Shiver, one of 7 graduates. Seniors now turn graduates on the Eagles. Shiver, Alexo, Keys, Hall, Dan Richard, Michael Kohick, and Matt Carter. So congratulations. And there's John Shiver on the mound, and the batting lineup he will face for Toccoa Falls. The leadoff man's a left fielder, Caleb Banta. He's followed by third baseman Easton Stanton. Designated hitter Josh Slade, who pitched last night. Shortstop Landon McLean bats cleanup. First baseman Luke Allen. Right fielder TJ Lanning. Second baseman Jesse Thomas. Makeup hitters 5, 6, and 7. And rounding out the batting order, the catcher Austin Davies and the center fielder Brandon Tamayo. Unlike with the other 3 teams in this tournament, Trinity Baptist has faced Toccoa Falls this season up in North Georgia. Toccoa swept the 3-game series, all close games, but Toccoa Falls put up 3 consecutive complete games by their starting pitchers. And Trinity Baptist trying to turn that around today and stay in this South Region tournament for at least 1 more day. Here comes a leadoff hitter, left fielder Caleb Banta. Hello to Dr. James Buckner making it into the bleachers, saying hello, cheering on the Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Many of his students out there on the field. Dr. Buckner, been here at Trinity for a long time. Caleb Banta leads things off for Toccoa Falls. Shiver looks in, takes a long look at the sign. Now here's the first pitch. It is a fastball down and in. We're at about 80 degrees at the moment, but again, it's going to warm up, especially late in the afternoon. Here's the 1-0. And this one drops down below the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Nice blue skies overhead. Just a few white clouds scattered about. Here's Shiver's pitch on the outside corner, 2 balls and a strike. A beautiful day, other than the fact that it's a tiny bit warm. Well, that's Florida for you, and we're in May. And there's a chopper foul, and that evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. I was talking with a gentleman from Toccoa, saying that the Screaming Eagles have played a lot of northern teams early in the season. They were looking for some warmer weather. Had a couple of ball games at Toccoa in the 20s. That's strike 3, a beautiful fastball. Well, now Caleb started to head back to the dugout. He didn't realize that was strike 3. Okay, now Banta heads back, 1 away. Good comeback by Shiver. Fell behind 2-0 and got the strikeout looking. Here's a third baseman, Easton Stanton. Shiver winds and delivers. This one hits the dirt. One ball, no strikes. And there's a shot foul. Shiver, a senior out of Middleburg, Florida, used to play for Middleburg High School. His sister is playing softball in the playoffs here in the state of Florida. His brother Grayson Wright doing very well after his terrible car accident early in the season. Grayson unable to play, but we're glad that he's up, he's doing well. 2 balls and a strike. And speaking of playoff softball, Trinity Christian Academy's Bailey Cooley, tell you in a moment what she did last night. This fastball hits the outside corner. Bailey Cooley pitched a complete game, perfect game in the regional playoffs last night against Tallahassee North Bay High School. Conquerors won that ball game 14-0. There's a shot down the right field line and out of play. So Bailey Cooley, a walk-off home run in the regional semifinals last Thursday, and now she pitched a perfect game to put her team in the state Final Four. There's a chopper up the middle. Macadon Fields throws to first in time for out number 2. Shiver's gotten his first 2 men. Around the infield, it's Keys at third, Alexo at short, Macadon at second, Matt Carter at first. In the outfield, right field, Kelvin George, Michael Kohick, yesterday's pitchers, in center. Christian Draper in left, David Hall behind the plate, and John Shiver on the mound. He got the first 2 men. Here's a DH, Josh Slate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So the Lady Conquerors, Trinity fans have heard me talk about them all season, in the state semifinal for the 3rd consecutive year. Haven't won that game yet. This one is driven into left field, and that's going to drop down inside the line. That's a base hit for Slate. He takes a big turn around first and retreats back to the bag. So the first hit of the ball game for the Screaming Eagles comes via Josh Slate. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's a shortstop, Landon McLean. Lady Conquerors trying to reach the state final game for the first time in school history. Coach J.R. Borden leading away. Shiver from the stretch. Line drive down the right field line. Slicing foul. That one stayed fair. It very well might have scored the run. Fans yelling out at Shiver. Nothing but a strike. Of course, John, very well experienced, well poised. Not going to faze him a whole lot. No balls and a strike. Landon McLean at the plate. Big gap in right center. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. It looked like McLean was trying to plug up that gap. Good changeup, though, dipped below the bat for strike 2. Slate singled his way aboard with 2 outs. Shiver gets a good look at the runner, works quickly, and a chopper towards short. Alexo fields the hop. He'll have to go the long way to first, just in time. A.J. Alexo recognized he did not have the out at second, so he went across the diamond. That throw didn't beat him by much, but it beat him. And the Screaming Eagles get a hit and leave 1 man. After 1, Trinity Baptist 1, Toccoa Falls nothing. Top of the second, Trinity Baptist leads 1-0. An RBI single from David Hall scored AJ Alexo in the first. Hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up for Trinity. Christian Draper, Matt Carter, and Michael Kohick. Justin Skinner on the mound for Toccoa Falls. We're going to get a good look at former TBC Eagle TJ Lanning in the second. He's due to hit number 2 in the inning. Lanning having a good season. Told you a lot about him last night. And here is Christian Draper. Very good utility player. He can play anywhere on the diamond. Right-hander Skinner winds and delivers a high pop fly into center field. That'll be easy for Tamayo, and that is out number 1. Good start to the inning for Skinner. 1 pitch, 1 out. First baseman Matt Carter, recent graduate from this past weekend. Of course, Trinity fans know all about what's coming up for Matt in the near future. Those of you watching from Toccoa, we'll let you know Matt going to get married just over a month from now. Here's a pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Kayla Goodwin and Matt Carter. June 23rd, I believe that will be. Here's the 0-1 to Carter. Ground ball hit up the middle. Stopped by McLean. Good scoop, good throw. Out number 2. Nice job by the shortstop, Landon McLean.
Up to bat, number 9, Mike Kohick.
Scooped it well, kept his feet moving toward the bag, got some good momentum into the throw. 2 up, 2 down. Here's a center fielder, senior Michael Kohick. Senior now graduate. 2 outs and the first pitch is fouled off. Got so used to saying the word senior this year. That's 7 graduates on the TBC roster. Here is the 0-1. Hot shot right at second baseman Jesse Thomas. That's an easy play. 3 up, 3 down go the Trinity Baptist College Eagles in the top of the second. 1.5 have gone by. TBC 1, Toccoa Falls 0. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Trinity Baptist. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 due up for Toccoa Falls. Luke Allen, TJ Lanning, and Jesse Thomas. I'm Ray Bureau, enjoying bringing you the action here in the South Region Tournament. The first time Trinity Baptist College has hosted this event. 4th season in existence. Head coach John Copeland at the helm all 4 times. His former assistant coach Jeff Mulliken in his 2nd season now leading Toccoa Falls. Good to see Coach Jeff. Got a chance to talk to him a little bit yesterday. He's doing very well. TJ Lanning, a former Eagle, he's doing very well both on and off the field. We'll see him come up in just a moment. Shiver winds and delivers. Bottom of the second underway with a fastball downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Shiver working quickly. And strike 1 called. Good take by Allen. It was a strike. Likely not the pitch he was looking for. Shiver winds. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Shiver usually very good control. Doesn't walk many hitters. Won't overpower, but he gets a lot of movement on his fastball. Here's a 2-1. Hit hard towards short. Alexo fields. Good throw to first. 1 out. So Shiver has retired for the 5 men he has faced. Here is former Eagle T.J. Lanning. Playing right field, batting 6th for Coach Jeff Mulliken. 1 out, base is empty. Shiver will wind. First pitch is lifted high toward the gap. Kelvin George giving chase. He's under it, and he's got it for out number 2. Lanning hit it well. Kelvin George ran it down in the gap. So 2 outs. So far a very efficient inning for Shiver. 5 pitches, 2 outs. Here's the second baseman, Jesse Thomas. Both pitchers working quickly and efficiently through the first 2 innings. Fastball misses up and away. A lot of day games in the majors. Let you know the schedule. Next opportunity. Here's a 1-0. And that's on the corner for a strike. So a ball and a strike, and Shiver delivers, and this one's fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jesse Thomas batting, bottom of the 2nd, base is empty. TBC Eagles lead 1-0. Here's another chopper towards 2nd. McAdon fields, sets and throws, and good hustle by Thomas. He made that play pretty close at first. But Shiver gets the side in order in the bottom of the 2nd, and after 2, Trinity Baptist leads it 1-0. Top of the 3rd, 1-0 Trinity Baptist. 9-1-2 due up for the Eagles. Kelvin George, John Shiver, and A.J. Alexo. Trinity got that run in the top of the 1st. RBI single from David Hall scored Alexo from 2nd base. Alexo had reached on a fielder's choice after Shiver led off the game with a base hit. So here's Kelvin George. You just saw him run a ball down in the gap, one of the fastest men in the league. He likes to bunt. And for that reason, 3rd baseman Easton Stanton will play well in. He's well off the line also, so a lot of room down the 3rd baseline. Left fielder Caleb Banta also giving George the left field line. Here's a first pitch, and it's up and in for ball 1. Skinner's worked 2 innings so far, 1 earned run, 2 hits. He winds and delivers, and there's a hot shot in the left field under the glove of a diving Caleb Banta. So Kelvin George, a leadoff single.
Up to bat, number 25, Jonathan Shiver.
Trinity Baptist with a runner at first, nobody out. Here's the pitcher, DH, John Shiver. John led off the ball game with a base hit. His courtesy runner, Jordan Broden, erased on that fielder's choice, but Alexo eventually came around to score. So far, the only run of the game. Big lead off first by George. Skinner from the stretch. Shiver squaring around, showing bunt, pulls it back, and the ball hits the outside corner for a strike. You know, even if you're bunting, you want to make sure it's a good pitch to bunt. Shiver didn't care for it, gets another opportunity. So far, standing up, now starts to show bunt, draws in third baseman, and they got the runner picked off. George was trying to steal, and he's going to be tagged out between first and second. That'll goes a caught stealing on George, and a pickoff for Justin Skinner, 1-3-6. So the leadoff hit is erased. No pitch to Shiver, so the count of no balls and 1 strike. Kelvin George looked like he was going to steal second base. Skinner threw to first, and Toccoa got the out. No balls, 2 strikes after the swing and miss. And this one outside. Skinner might have tried to overthrow that one. Long look in, and here comes the 1-2. Chop towards first. Allen can't handle it, but Skinner's over there to cover in time. Great play by Skinner. Credit Luke Allen also for staying with the play and getting the out. Kept his body in front of the ball just like you're supposed to do. Knocked it down and was able to get the out at first. So 2 outs, bases empty. Here's a shortstop, A.J. Alexo. Told you already, he's 0 for 1, but he scored a run. High pop fly over near Trinity's dugout and out of play. No balls and a strike. Again, both pitchers working quickly. Getting the ball in the zone for the most part. Getting some early contact. That keeps up. Both pitchers may be able to go pretty deep into the game. The 0-1. Grounded up the middle and a base hit for Alexo. Second hit of the inning for Trinity. 4th of the game. However, Kelvin George picked off. So 2 outs and a runner at second, or rather first, for the third baseman, Jordan Keys. Grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. Alexo, good speed at first. Big lead, not going. A curveball is in there for a strike. Skinner's curveball, a lot of break. Keys looking fastball on the first pitch. Didn't like it, so he took it. Another big lead off first by Alexo. Not going, and another curveball. This one fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes. Keys has had a couple of good swings on Skinner here in his 2 at-bats. No balls, 2 strikes. Skinner a chance to get out of the inning without the runner advancing. Well ahead in the count. 2 curveballs. Let's see what he does with the 0-2. Fastball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a block by Davies keeps Alexo at first. Alexo looks like he's lengthened his lead a little bit to throw to first. Might have had the runner beaten, but it hit the dirt and took a hop, and Luke Allen made a nice play to keep it in front of him. Ball and 2 strikes. Alexo not shortening up the lead. Here's the 1-2. This fastball misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, with 2 outs, Alexo running on contact, so a ball in the gap could score the run. Here's where Skinner wants to make something happen and not go 3-2. And the pitch in the dirt, and the count is full, so Alexo will now be off on the pitch. So now anything in the gap or down the line most likely will score that run from first. Alexo can run. The outfield, deep and left, moderate in center and right. There goes Alexo, and ball 4 inside to Keys, and the Eagles have 2 on with 2 out. That's the first walk allowed by Justin Skinner, and it brings up the catcher David Hall, who drove in the run with a base hit in the first.
Up to bat, number 19.
He got that hit with 2 outs, so did it in the clutch. Here's another opportunity for the senior catcher, now graduate. Mets and Reds are getting underway in just a few minutes. Mets and Reds made that trade for Matt Harvey going to Cincinnati, did that last night. Ball 1 is downstairs on another fine block by Davies. Austin Davies getting in front of the ball. It's what you do, catchers. You don't always have to catch it, but you have to make sure it doesn't get past you. Here's the 1-0 on the inside corner. Count even at a ball and a strike. Tigers and Rangers, 2:05 start time.
Go, D-Hall, drive it right here, 1-0.
Pirates and White Sox at 2:10. And the 1-1 high pop fly just behind the infield. 3 men giving chase. It looks like it'll be Lanning, the right fielder, who makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Well, the Eagles get 3 hits in the inning. Let me check that again and make sure. 2 base hits and a walk, but the pickoff helped stop a scoring opportunity. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Trinity Baptist 1, Toccoa Falls nothing. Bottom of the 3rd, 8, 9, and 1 due up for Toccoa Falls. Davies, Tamayo, and Banta 1-0 in favor of Trinity Baptist. John Shiver getting ready to start his 3rd inning of work. He has allowed 1 hit, nothing else. He has struck out 1. He will face Austin Davies to lead off, and Davies was a brick wall behind the plate in the top half of this inning. He made 3 very good blocks at pitches in the dirt, keeping runners from advancing. Helped out his pitcher, kept Skinner out of further trouble, and helped keep the Eagles off the scoreboard. It's 1-0 Trinity as we start the bottom of the 3rd. Austin Davies smoothing out the batter's box. Now he's ready. John Shiver winds, and bottom of the 3rd underway with a foul ball to the right side.
Where to get ahead, Sean?
No balls and a strike. Shiver delivers a fastball, catches the inside corner. Not the fastest fastball from Shiver. He changed speeds on that. Kind of an in-between change-up fastball. And here's a high chopper. Davies has a chance to beat this throw. Keys throws it across just in time by about half a step. Davies hustling made it very close. For a moment it looked like he was going to beat that throw. But credit Jordan Keys. Got rid of it quickly and fired a bullet to first. Brandon Tamayo, the center fielder, batting for the first time today. Base is empty, 1 out. And a pitch by Shiver. Missed low for ball 1. Shiver's allowed just 1 base runner through his first 8 hitters. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eagles playing well on defense. Made a couple of really nice plays. Here's the 1-1. Another chopper. Shiver can't get to it. McAdon unable to get off the throw, and that's an infield single for Brandon Tamayo. McAdon probably would not had the runner at first anyway because Tamayo hustled and he can run.
Now batting number 13.
Hit number 2 for Toccoa Falls, and it brings up the top of the order Caleb Banta.
Let's go, Banta.
What you got, boy?
So a runner at first, 1 out. Pretty good lead off first by Tamayo. This one fouled back. Shiver with a quick throw to first. Tamayo able to get back in time. Shiver now with the pitch, and this one's fouled off, and lefty's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Shiver takes a long look in. Big lead off first by Tamayo. And the pitch. Foul tip, and this one hit the ground. So Banta stays alive. No balls, 2 strikes. It's either do or don't behind the plate on a foul tip. Can't really do much about it. It either sticks in the glove or it doesn't. Even the major league catchers will tell you that. Another good lead off first from Tamayo. Not phased by the lefty, and a throw to first in the dirt and blocked by Matt Carter. Banta again, another big lead. Here comes the 0-2. He's on the move, a pitch out, and Hall dropped the ball. David Hall has a terrific arm, but he might have anticipated it a little too much. And he saw the frustration as the ball came out of his glove. So a stolen base for Tamayo. Pitch is called a ball, 1-2. Of course, it was a pitch out. Now Banta with a chance to tie the game. Big gap in right center. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Second time that Banta has taken strike 3, and that's strikeout number 2 for Shiver. 2 outs with a runner at second for third baseman Easton Stanton. So now Shiver can get out of the inning with a ground ball or any kind of out that keeps the runner from scoring. Shiver takes a look back, delivers his first pitch, a curveball that stays up high. Cleveland in Milwaukee, 1:10 Eastern start time. Marlins at the Cubs at 2:20. Shiver gets ready for the 1-0. On the outside corner, and Jonathan Shiver is really locating his pitches very well. Again, he's not going to overpower many hitters, but he hits his spots. He has good movement on his pitches. And so far today, he's working the corners to perfection. The 1-1 turnaround and just took a look. Nobody covering the bag. Just letting Tamayo know he hasn't forgotten about the base runner at second. Stanton looking to drive in the run and tie up the game. Kelvin George playing near the line in right. Here's the 1-0. Check that 1-1 is outside. It's now 2-1. Angels at the Rockies. That's a 3:10 start time. Astros at Oakland, 3:35. A lot of day games on Wednesday. You'll see that a lot throughout the majors. It's getaway day for most of the teams. Here's a 2-1. Misses up and away. First base is open, but the heart of the batting order is coming up next. Don't want to give in. Shiver's worked the corners well. Let's see what he does with 3-1. And a 3-1 on the way. This one had some movement tailing inside, and Stanton fouled it off. Good cut by Stanton, but also another good pitch from John Shiver. Full count. Remember, first base is open. So the 3-2 coming. Shiver delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. John Shiver strikes out 2 in a row to retire the side. Toccoa gets a hit, a stolen base, but leaves a man stranded at second, and after 3, Trinity Baptist 1, Toccoa Falls nothing. Well, the first 3 innings have gone by very quickly. We've played less than 45 minutes, and the Trinity Baptist Eagles lead it 1-0 on an RBI single from David Hall with 2 outs in the first inning. Trinity will send up 5, 6, and 7. That's Nick McAdon, Christian Draper, and Matt Carter. We said it a couple of times already. Both pitchers working quickly, working efficiently as well. So here is Nick McAdon. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center to end the first inning. There's another fly ball. Shallow center. Got a chance to get down, and that's a base hit.
Way to get it started, Nick.
Well, Skinner throwing strikes. Trinity Baptist being aggressive early in the count. And so far it's paid off with 5 base hits. Now Skinner picked off the runner after the leadoff single 1 inning ago. Here's the left fielder, Christian Draper. McAdon, good speed at first. Draper, very fast. He's at the plate. Again, a lot of speed on the Trinity Baptist roster. Squares around a bunt, and it's on the outside corner for strike 1. Ray Bureau bringing you the action. Planning to do all the games of the tournament, barring anything unforeseen. We're scheduled forecast for beautiful weather just like we have today. Temperatures will reach the mid-80s. That's as warm as they're going to get, at least for today. This time, Draper pulls it back in time for ball 1. Supposed to warm up a little closer to 90 tomorrow afternoon. There are 2 games going, one at 12 and one at 3. And then if there is a 9th and decisive game, that would be Friday at 12 noon. The winner of this game will play Emmanuel College tonight at 7. The loser is eliminated. At 3 o'clock this afternoon, undefeated Warner and Bruton Parker square off. Draper showing bunt, pulls it back, and takes strike 2. Now with Allen holding the runner at first, there's a big gap on the infield on the right side. Now with 2 strikes, Draper most likely swinging away. He is upright, and here comes that 1-2 pitch. A breaking ball misses outside. Third baseman Stanton well off the line again. Toccoa giving the hitters the left field line. There's a gap in right center as well, and here comes the 2-2 in the dirt, and that fills up the count. So a payoff pitch coming to Christian Draper. Pretty good contact hitter. He runs well. Decent speed at first in Nick McAdon. Nobody out. Top of the 4th. Chopper up the middle. That could be 2. 6, 4, 3. Double play. A little late call on the out at first, but the throw was in time. So the double play erases the leadoff single. McLean starts it. It was routine, and Toccoa Falls turned it. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's first baseman Matt Carter. He grounded out to the shortstop. His only time up so far today. Good defense by both teams. And a breaking ball gets the corner for strike 1. Here's the 0-1, another curveball, a high chopper. Carter hustling, but the throw is in time. Stanton, just like we saw Jordan Keys do a little while ago, got rid of the ball quickly and made a perfect throw to first. 1 hit, erased on the double play, so 3 batters, 3 outs. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Trinity. Josh Slate is a leadoff man in the bottom of the 4th. He's the number 3 hitter in the lineup. He's followed by Landon McLean, Luke Allen. If anyone gets on, TJ Lanning and Jesse Thomas. 1-0 Trinity Baptist as we start the bottom of the 4th. Kansas City Royals at Baltimore. KC got 10 runs in the first inning last night, ended up with 15 for the win. Red Sox and Yankees go at it again at Yankee Stadium. Giancarlo Stanton homered twice last night. That is Porcello against Tanaka. Giants at the Phillies. Stratton against Pavada. And the Seattle Mariners, who got a no-hitter from James Paxton last night against Toronto, are in Canada again tonight. LeBlanc against Garcia. More games we'll let you know about in just a little bit. Meanwhile, Josh Slate at the plate, leading off the bottom of the 4th. And this one is fouled straight back. Shiver ahead, no balls and a strike. The wind, just like it was yesterday, not too hard, not blowing constantly either. There's a swing and a miss, but today it's blowing more straight in. Yesterday it went across from left to right for almost the entire 3-game duration. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that's the 3rd consecutive K for John Shiver, and the 4th overall.
Up to bat, number 4.
Brings up Landon McLean. He's 0 for 1. Slate had singled in the 1st. He's now 1 out of 2. McLean grounded to short to end the 1st. Shiver again working quickly, misses away for ball 1. Tampa Bay hosts Atlanta tonight. Tehran against Yarbrough. Here's a 1-0 from Shiver. A breaking ball. Looked like he lost control of it just a bit. May have even lost his footing during the pitch. And now David Hall wants to head out, make sure everything's all right. Washington at San Diego. Gio Gonzalez against Lucchesel. And the D-backs in Los Angeles. Corbin against Wood. That's your Major League action. Mets and Reds have played one scoreless inning. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike to the shortstop, Landon McLean. Ball 3 misses low. That one had a little too much sink on it. 1 out, base is empty. Here's a 3-1 and a foul off the mask of David Hall. Might have even gotten a piece of the umpire. Well, it fills up the count, and Hall walks it out. Gives himself and the plate ump a chance to regroup. Good sportsmanship by the senior, now graduate, David Hall.
Let down on it, come now, bud. Use those hands.
First of 3 this afternoon. Bruton Parker scored 12 against Emmanuel last night. Scored 9 against Trinity in the opener, the only team to play twice yesterday, and they put up a total of 21 runs. They're going to play Warner University next. Game is scheduled to start at 3. That, of course, depends on how long game 1 here lasts. Here's the payoff pitch and a foul ball. McLean got the very end of the bat on it and cued it away. Allows him to see at least one more pitch. Another 3-2 on the way and chopped foul. So a good battle by McLean, making Shiver work. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the windup and the pitch. Ball 4, missed low and inside, so McLean wins the battle. That is the first walk from Shiver. Toccoa has a runner at first, 1 out, and the first baseman, Luke Allen, at the plate. Sun now directly overhead as we are coming up on the 1 o'clock hour in the Eastern time zone. Shiver now from the stretch and misses low and away with the breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Allen 0 for 1, a ground ball to the short. That started off the 2nd inning. Small lead off first by McLean. Now the pitch. Line drive into center. That's a base hit. Kohick will field it on the hop. And now Toccoa has 2 men aboard with 1 out. Hit number 3 overall. TJ Lanning at the plate. 2 men on base. Lanning had a rough night last night. Looking to make amends against his former teammates. Here's the first pitch from Shiver. That ball dropped out of sight. No balls and a strike. Lanning, a very aggressive hitter with a lot of power. We've seen him put balls out of this very field a number of times while he played for Trinity. Here's the 0-1. And the pitch. Check swing, and he held up. Well, good pitch by Shiver. He got Lanning to chase the first one out of the zone. Lanning, though, not biting on the second one. 1 out, 2 men on, a count of 1-1. And the pitch misses low and away. Nowhere to put him. Jesse Thomas waits on deck.
You make him do your job for you, T. What you got 1 for? Do a job, baby.
So Shiver takes a long look in.
Oh, yeah.
Checks the runners. Now the 2-1. And ball 3 misses. Now Lanning probably going to sit on a fastball here. Shiver not necessarily known to give in. And here comes a 3-1. High drive, well hit into right center. That's going to tail away from Kohick. That will score at least 1. Allen around third, and he will be held up, and TJ Lanning has tied up the ball game. That is an RBI double. Landon McLean comes in, and Allen on to third. Toccoa now with runners at second and third and one man out. Ball game tied up. Here's Jesse Thomas, the second baseman. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to second his first time. That ball had a lot of slice to it. It was headed right towards Cohick, but it sliced away and made it tough on Cohick. He made a good play getting it in and holding the runner at third. This one hits the outside corner for strike one. So Lanning comes back, does a little damage off his friend and former teammate. Shiver from the stretch, and the pitch is fouled off, and he's ahead. No balls, 2 strikes.
Use your hands right here. He just run.
The 0-2 coming. Shiver checks the sign. All 4 infielders in on the grass. Here's the 0-2. And a good rip by Thomas. He just missed doing some damage. Off in the distance, I see the Bruton Parker Barons making their way to the field. They won twice yesterday, and they're going to play again at 3 o'clock. Here's the 0-2. And a foul tip keeps Thomas alive, and that one got a piece of David Hall. Well, plate umpire returns the favor. Hall gave him a minute a little earlier in the inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Mets and Reds scoreless in the second. Mets, though, have second and third with 1 out. Cincinnati sent Devin Mezzarosco to the Mets last night for Matt Harvey, who refused a demotion to the minors. So they put him on the DFA list, ended up trading him to the Reds. Again, the infielders in on the grass at all 4 positions. Outfield straight away, moderate depth. Here's the 0-2. High foul out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, and Thomas battling. McLean did the same thing to lead off the inning, or rather with 1 out, ended up walking and scoring a run. Another 0-2 on the way, and this one misses in the dirt. Shiver trying to get the hitter to chase. Thomas, though, recognized and took ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cohick now shading the hitter away. Here's the 1-2, and another breaking ball misses. David Hall blocks it, keeping the runners at second and third. Remember, the winner moves on. The loser is eliminated. These are 2 rival teams who know each other well. Toccoa won all 3 games earlier in the season. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball, base hit. 1 run will score. Here's Lanning around third. He will hold up, and the throw is cut off. And Toccoa Falls leads now 2-1. Luke Allen scores. Lanning advances to third, an RBI single. Another battle won by the offensive side. Make the pitcher work. From what I've noticed anyway, more often than not, the hitter's going to end up winning. So runners at first and third, 1 out. Austin Davies at the plate, and time called. We'll pause here for just a moment, resume when the Eagles regain their defensive positions. It's 2-1 Toccoa Falls. Austin Davies ready to step in against Shiver. 2 runs in, back-to-back RBI hits from Lanning. His a double, Thomas a single. Toccoa Falls has claimed the lead 2-1. Davies grounded to third his first time up. Chance to add on an extra run. Pickoff move toward third. You don't see that a whole lot. It was close. Jordan Keys was off the bag, however. The throw had beaten the runner. Keys on the bag. He might have had the pickoff. Landing at third, Thomas at first. Bunt attempt is foul. Safety squeeze was on. Austin Davies fouled it off. The Mets got caught batting out of order in the second, so they lose an out. And rather than scoring, they're now taking the field. No score, bottom of the second in Cincinnati. No balls, 1 strike. We'll see if Davies will square around again. McAdon charges in. He does bunt. And this one is going to go foul. Good recognition by Carter at first because Lanning was already at the plate. Carter let the ball roll. It hit the seam and turned right. No balls, 2 strikes. So McAdon backs up into normal depth. He and Alexo are going to try to turn 2. Now McAdon takes a few steps in toward the grass, and the pitch is fouled off and out of play. Toccoa Falls hitters spoiling a bunch of 2-strike pitches this inning. So far, they have come out the victors in each of the battles. Throw to first. Thomas back. He didn't have much of a lead to begin with. Kohik picked off a couple of runners last night for the Eagles. Runner on the move. They got him picked. Now let's see what Lanning does. Throw to second is in time, and Lanning holds at third. 1-3-6 on the putout. 2 away. Huge out for the Eagles. They worked the ball around quickly enough to keep Lanning at third. He didn't even get anywhere down the line. No balls, 2 strikes, and now Shiver will wind up. Line drive, base hit. That will score the run. Alexo went up, but it was out of his reach. 3 consecutive RBIs on base hits for the Screaming Eagles, and they lead it now 3-1. All 3 runs earned, and now Davies will come out for a courtesy runner.
Now batting number 1, Brendan Tomayo.
Noah Adams will take over at first base. He wears number 26. Stepping in is center fielder Brandon Tamayo. 3 consecutive RBI hits. There was a pickoff in the middle of the mix, so 2 outs and a runner at first. And a ground ball towards second. McAdon will go to first, and that retires a side. 3 runs, 4 hits, a walk, and a man left, and we go to the 5th. Toccoa Falls now leads 3-1. Top of the fifth, a 3-run bottom of the fourth gave Toccoa Falls the lead. It's 3-1. Cohick, George, and Shiver due up for Trinity. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. Consecutive RBI hits from TJ Lanning, a double. Jesse Thomas and Austin Davies, both singles. They brought home the runs. Landon McLean, Luke Allen, and Lanning all scored in the bottom of the fourth. Trinity got a run in the first, and that's the scoring summary thus far. As we start the top of the fifth, center fielder Michael Cohick at the plate. He grounded out to second to end the second inning. So Skinner now pitching with the lead for the first time today. And the pitch is in there for strike one. Neither bullpen active to this point, so it's Skinner against Shiver. And strike two as Cohick fouls it off. No balls, 2 strikes. Cloud cover blocking the sun. And here's the 0-2. And Cohick stays alive. Well, Toccoa did that 3 times, fouling off a bunch of 2-strike pitches in their big fourth inning. Each time the batter won the battle. Let's see if Cohick can return the favor. Here's the 0-2. Chopper towards third. That's Stanton. Throw is high, but Allen is able to keep his foot on the bag and get the out. Luke Allen, a big man over there at first base. Well over 6 feet tall, and he used every inch to keep his foot on the bag and snare that high throw. 1 out. Here's a right fielder, Kelvin George. He's 1 for 1. He was singled and then was picked off very quickly by Justin Skinner. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Luke Allen, a junior from Winder, Georgia. There's a looping liner into right field, and that's a base hit. Number 2 on the day for Kelvin George. So a runner at first with 2 outs. Kelvin George, a sophomore, transferred in from Concordia College in Alabama. John Shiver at the plate has a runner at first. It's hit number 6 for the Eagles, number 2 for Kelvin George. In the dirt, good block again. Davies had trouble finding it, but he kept it in front of him and no chance for advancement. One ball, no strikes. Runner not going and a foul tip. And Kelvin George very fast. Back in stolen base attempts, Kelvin is 10 out of 12. Here's a 1-1. Chopper toward the hole. Thomas is going to flip to the pitcher covering, not in time. John Shiver beats it out for an infield single. Well, Skinner got there, but Shiver just hustled, and that's his second hit of the ball game. I believe both of them were infield variety, so John Shiver using his speed. And he, as the pitcher, will come out for the courtesy runner, Jordan Broden. Second time we've seen Broden running for Shiver today. Eagles have potential tying runs on base. Here's a shortstop, A.J. Alexo. He's 1 for 2 with the runs scored. Skinner checks the runners, and the first pitch is squid right back to the box. Only one play. Skinner's throw is on the money. That is out number 2. Alexo not happy with that at-bat. He does advance the runners, however. So the potential tying runs are on base, both in scoring position. Jordan Keys, a third baseman at the plate, 0 for 1. Last time up, he drew a walk. Eagles have 7 hits, but so far just 1 run. A base hit could tie the game. Very good speed on the bases. Swing and a miss. A great curveball from Skinner. Keys way out in front. No balls and a strike. Skinner checks the runners. Nobody holding anyone on. And this pitch. Oh, Keys did not like that call. It looked inside, but it is called strike 2. Umpire's been consistent. He's been giving that call to both pitchers throughout the game. It's really all you can ask for, as long as he's the same both ways. Here is the 0-2. Check swing, and he went around, and that retires the side. Eagles get 2 hits, but they do not score. They leave 2. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Toccoa Falls 3, Trinity Baptist 1. John Shiver on the mound for Trinity Baptist College. He has allowed 3 runs, all of them earned through the first 4 innings. Trinity 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. Toccoa Falls 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The difference is Toccoa has strung their hits together. They got all 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Trinity has scattered 7 hits, had an opportunity in the top of the 5th, came away empty, and the first pitch is outside. Caleb Banta leading off, followed by Stanton and Slate. Here's the 1-0, line drive, well hit toward the gap. Kelvin George tracks it down in right center, and that is out number 1. That ball very well hit. Kelvin George has played terrific defense in this ball game. Played very well out there yesterday as well. So 1 out. Here's a number 2 hitter, third baseman Easton Stanton. He is 0 for 2. Ground out to second, down on strikes in the 3rd. High pop up. Here comes George on the move, and he gets there for out number 2. Kelvin George using the speed. He's tracked down 2 balls that ordinarily might have been hits. So 2 outs on 3 pitches, and now Josh Slate at the plate. 1 for 2. Base hit in the 1st. Shiver wasting no time, and he gets strike 1. No balls and a strike. And this one misses outside. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball misses upstairs. Josh Slate now ahead, 1-0. Two balls, 1 strike. And ball 3 in the dirt. 2 outs, bases empty. 2 great running catches in the outfield by right fielder Kelvin George. And the 3-1 on the way, strike 2. On the corner, Slate looking for something over the heart of the plate. Wise decision to let it go and get another pitch. Now the payoff, swing and a miss, he struck him out. That is number 5 for Shiver. He gets the side in order in the bottom of the 5th, but as the Eagles come to bat in the 6th, they trail it 3-1. We go to the 6th. This is an elimination game between 2 South Region rivals, Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles, Trinity Baptist College Eagles, and right now Toccoa leads it 3-1. David Hall, Nick McAdon, and Christian Draper do up the middle third of the batting order. Justin Skinner has allowed 1 earned run on 7 hits through the first 5 innings. He has walked 1, no strikeouts. All right, check that, 1 strikeout. He got keys to end scoring opportunity in the 5th. David Hall at the plate. He is 1 out of 2. He drove in the Eagles' only run. 6th inning underway with a fastball in there for strike 1. Both pitchers working quickly. Here's Skinner's pitch, and it misses upstairs. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good curveball, but it misses inside. A lot of bend on it, but it stayed in. And the 2-1. And that one fouled off, Hall way out in front. Count even at 2-2. Slate takes a long look at the sign. And the pitch, a curveball, foul, hit hard right down the line, but a little bit too far to the left. Now this time Banta guarding the line in left, so is third baseman Stanton. They've been giving Trinity that left field line most of the game, and this one misses outside to fill up the count. David Hall came within just a few inches of a base hit, possibly 2. And the payoff pitch, chopped toward the hole, fielded by McLean, turns around and throws in time, a la Derek Jeter. What a great play by Landon McLean. Planted the foot. He has a terrific arm. David Hall was hustling all the way. That is out number 1. So far, that's the defensive play of the game. And it brings up Nick McAdon, who is 1 for 2. Skinner winds and gets the first one over. The 0-1 coming. Misses outside. Landon McLean made a terrific play to get Hall at first base. There's another one, more routine right at McLean. Another strong throw, out number 2. Eagles might want to try a different player because Landon McLean is flashing the leather so far today. Mets have a 1-0 lead over Cincinnati in the 3rd. 2 outs, bases empty for left fielder Christian Draper. 0 for 2, hit into a double play his last time up. High pop foul, and it's going to get out of play. So Skinner taking very little time between pitches. That helps keep the defense on their toes. Sometimes a pitcher takes too long. Defenders get a little flat-footed, and a play like we saw McLean make earlier in the inning might not happen. Here's a chopper up the middle. Thomas fields, throws in the dirt, and that bounces away from Luke Allen. And Draper is aboard. Let's see how they scored at the table. That is an error on the throw from second baseman Jesse Thomas.
Now batting number 5, Matthew Carter.
So Matt Carter at the plate. Of course, we'll always remember his 3-homer day against Southern Wesleyan earlier in the season. 2 homers in game 1, another one in game 2 of that doubleheader. First pitch, fastball, outside corner for a strike. Carter from here in Jacksonville pitched to Eagles View Academy, which is only about 1.5 miles away from Trinity. Here's the 0-1, and he missed outside. Ball and a strike. Christian Draper on at first. He runs well. Ball in the gap, has a chance to score the run. Here's a 1-1. Carter chases one up and out of the zone, and he fouls it off. That ball came very close to our burger chef over there, keeping everybody well fed. If I'd have hit him, he'd put a raw burger on his eye. Here's a 1-2. Tapped foul. Carter stays alive. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Matt Carter trying to keep the inning alive. Michael Kohick waiting on deck. Draper reached on an error. Now the Eagles looking to cash in, but they have 2 outs. Draper on the move. Long drive, well hit toward the gap. That is going to be caught. Run down by Caleb Banta. The ball looked further than it really was off the bat, and Banta, another great defensive play, and Toccoa Falls is out of the inning. An error and a man left, and some great defensive work in the top of the 6th. Bottom half coming up. Toccoa leads it 3-1. (3-1) Toccoa Falls as we go to the bottom of the 6th. 2 terrific defensive plays, one by shortstop Landon McLean. Like I said, a la Derek Jeter getting the out at first, and then left fielder Caleb Banta Yeah, and that ball off the bat of Carter looked like it was going further out than it did. Banta made the adjustment. The wind might have knocked it down a little bit. It is blowing straight in. Banta chased it down, and that retired the side. Shiver on the mound for the Eagles. Bottom of the 6th underway with ball 1. Landon McLean, who made that great play, is leading off. Luke Allen and TJ Lanning are the next 2 hitters. The 1-0 swung on and missed.
Going that way with it, boy.
Here's the 1-1 from Shiver. A changeup had McLean well on in front. Great pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shiver working from the stretch now with the bases empty. It's 2-2. Remember, Warner University and Bruton Parker at 3 o'clock. Of course, the start time depends on how long this one takes. I've seen the Barons on the field, and this one has popped up. Hall's giving it a look, but it's out of play. Bruton Parker played twice last night, and make you wonder about fatigue factor. Hopefully they got some good rest. That game went very late into the evening, a 12-8 slugfest over Emmanuel College. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is in the dirt to fill up the count. Now Emmanuel is waiting to see who wins the game we're watching right now. The winner plays Emmanuel in another elimination game tonight. So one of these 2 teams will have to win twice to get to play again tomorrow. Line drive down the right field line. George is giving chase, and it is out of play, and Kelvin George had to leap in order to keep himself from colliding into the fence. Now, we had a high school game here last week, and the right fielder on a very similar play didn't see the fence, and he ran head first into it. On the ground a few minutes. Fortunately, he was all right. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 puts the leadoff man aboard. Walk number 2 issued by Shiver. And Luke Allen will come up with a runner at first and nobody out. Allen singled and scored in the 4th. He is 1 out of 2. And timeout as Coach John Copeland heads out to the mound to talk to his starting pitcher, John Shiver. We'll pause here. When we resume, Toccoa Falls will be batting with a runner at first, nobody out, and a 3-1 lead in the 6th. Trinity Baptist will put a new man on the mound, big right-hander Austin Hiller. This is his first opportunity in the tournament. He is 2-3 on the season, a 6.05 ERA. He's making his 21st appearance. A little hard to see the screen with that sun glaring down. But Hiller's going to inherit a runner at first, nobody out. Landon McLean drew the walk, so he is the responsibility of John Shiver. John went 5+ innings, 3 runs, all earned, pending what happens with McLean at first base. 5 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Good outing by Shiver. But Toccoa Falls strung together a series of hits in the fourth to tally up their 3 runs. So Hiller will try to get out of this mess. Not that big of a mess. A runner at first, nobody out. More activity in the Trinity Baptist bullpen. The dugout blocks my view. I do see a catcher up and throwing. So there has to be a pitcher doing it as well. Luke Allen has a runner at first, nobody out. Good lead off first from Landon McLean. That is his 2nd walk of the game. He ended up scoring in that 4th inning. Curved ball is the first pitch from Hiller, and it's a strike. No balls and a strike. And here is the pitch. Chop towards third. Keys will look at second, throw to first in the dirt, and Carter cannot scoop it up. That will allow a runner to advance to third. That is going to be an error on the third baseman, Jordan Keys. Both runners are safe. And man, Landon McLean at third, Allen at first. 2 men on without the benefit of a hit. Here come the Royals of Warner University. They will take the field at 3 o'clock. And Warner had a really good game against Toccoa yesterday. 10-3 was that final score. Toccoa now with a good opportunity to tack on some runs. Here's TJ Lanning. Squares around a bunt. Hold it back in time, the ball down low. Lanning had an RBI double and a run scored in the 4th. So now both Warner and Bruton Parker at the ballpark. Bruton Parker in the batting cages. Warner will get there in just a little while. Macadon charging in hard. Lanning squares, bunts it right at Hiller. He freezes the runner, throws to first in time. On the play, Luke Allen advances to second, so that is a sacrifice bunt for TJ Lanning.
Now batting number 10, Dustin Thomas.
Thomas now at the plate. He had an RBI single in the 4th. He has runners at second and third with 1 out. Landon McLean started to go, but Hiller got on the ball quickly and froze him and forced him back to the bag without scoring that extra run. Now Hiller winds up, and his first pitch to Thomas is outside. Mets lead the Reds 1-0 now in the 4th. Indians and Brewers played 1 scoreless inning. Hiller winds and delivers. Swing and a miss, and Thomas knows he chased one he should not have. One ball, 1 strike. And the fastball misses outside.
How you doing today?
Hello to 2 of the Warner Royals sitting down next to me. Playing Bruton Parker, the winner will play tomorrow afternoon at 3 with a chance to win the tournament. And this fastball is on the inside corner. Thomas disagrees, but it's 2-2. So the winner of today's 3 o'clock game has a chance to close it out on Thursday. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and this one misses up and away. First base is open, so a walk isn't the worst thing, but there is only 1 out. Hiller winds and delivers, and this one is fouled off, and it got a good chunk of David Hall. So the home plate ump will walk it off, again giving the catcher a chance to regroup. All 4 Eagles infielders in on the grass. They already trail by 2. They want to cut down a potential extra run for Toccoa. Remember, Toccoa got all 3 runs in the 4th. Eagles, their lone run in the 1st. Everybody ready now. Hiller will wind up with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. That was a huge out for Austin Hiller to get, especially by the strikeout. No chance of advancement. Now a chance to get out of the inning without anything scoring. Austin Davies at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He drove in a run in that 3-run 4th. Now we're going to have a new runner at 2nd base. Davies at the plate. I believe that is Noah Adams. We saw him as a courtesy runner for the catcher earlier on. Now pinch running, if I have that correct. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. So Hiller ahead in the count, looking to get out of the inning without the run scoring. The 0-1 in the dirt and blocked by Hall, keeping runners at 2nd and 3rd. The wind is really starting to pick up and just blew over one of the tents over down the sidelines. Big gust of wind. It's now calmed back down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davies digging in. The windup and the pitch. Check swing, and yes, he went around. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big difference between 2-1 and 1-2. Now Hiller can try to make his own pitch. In the dirt and again blocked by Hall. As we said earlier, catchers, your job is to make sure it doesn't get past you. Get down, get your body in front of the ball. Both catchers have done a very good job at that today. 2-2. Hiller takes a long look in. This one misses just a bit outside. Full count, payoff pitch coming to Austin Davies. Again, first base is open, now with 2 outs. Not terrible if he does miss with ball 4. Time called, Davies backs out.
One more right here, Austin.
Here comes a 3-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Davies knew it. And Austin Hiller does a escape act. He came in with a runner at first, ended up with 2 men at 2nd and 3rd and 1 out, and he strikes out 2 in a row. So after 6, it's Toccoa Falls 3, Trinity Baptist 1. Top of the 7th, 8, 9, and 1 due up for Trinity Baptist. That's Cohick, George, and Shiver. Very quick-paced ball game. 3-1 Toccoa Falls leads. The winner plays Emmanuel College tonight at 7. The loser is done for the season. 5-team double elimination tournament to decide who goes on to the NCCAA World Series. Michael Kohick is 0 for 2. He is grounded to second and third.
Go 9, get it started. Go 9.
Go Skinner. Go defense.
So Kohick looking to get a rally going as the Eagles trail by 2 in the top of the 7th. Skinner winds and delivers and hits the outside corner. Skinner has pitched 6 innings of 1-run ball. It was earned. 7 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Gets the first 2 over, and he's well ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. Kohick held up, started to go, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes. Kohick looking to get on base. High pop fly right back toward us and hits the bleachers about 3 rows down in front. Hey, the Warner Royals are in the bleachers, but I don't see your gloves anywhere. All right, which one of you gets the error? And they're all pointing at the one guy right in the middle of the pack. Here's a 1-2. Not anymore, you're not. He said he's fielding 1,000. Of course, that's an unofficial error, so you are still fielding 1,000. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive towards right, has a chance to get down for a base hit. Thomas came very close to making a terrific over-the-shoulder catch, but the Eagles have the leadoff man aboard and the potential tying run at the plate in Kelvin George. That's hit number 8 for the Eagles. Again, they've scattered those hits. And some good defense by Toccoa has kept them off the board since that first inning. Kelvin George is 2 for 2. Kohick with the lead and a throw to first. He's back. Kohick above average speed. Kelvin George very fast at the plate. And a pitch. George squares around. He lays down the bunt. Only play to first. And Stanton gets the out. A successful sacrifice. And Kelvin George got down the line very quickly and nearly beat that throw. So 1 out. Kohick in scoring position. You want to get that leadoff hit in. Even if you don't get the second run, at least cut that deficit down to 1. Shiver has 2 infield singles and 3 trips to the plate. Big gap in right center. Kohick runs pretty well. And the pitch, high pop foul out of play. No balls and a strike. Shiver has a chance to drive in the run, cut the deficit in half, and he takes ball 1 low and away. Mets and Reds now in the 5th. Mets still leading 1-0. Here comes a 1-1 from Skinner. Shiver trying to go down the left field line and fouled this one off. Again, left fielder Caleb Banta well off the line. Most of the day, Toccoa has given Trinity Baptist that left field line. A ball and 2 strikes. Now Shiver looking to shorten up and just get the ball in play. Kohick, good lead off second, and this one misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Skinner from the stretch. And the pitch grounded toward the hole and knocked down by Thomas, but the throw is not in time. Luke Allen lost control of the ball, but it didn't get far enough away. That's going to be a 3rd infield hit for John Shiver. Thomas did all he could just to get to the ball. Shiver might have had that throw beaten anyway, so 3 for 3 for John Shiver, and he hasn't hit the ball out of the infield yet. Check that, 3 for 4. He also grounded out to the pitcher. Runners at the corners. Here's A.J. Alexo. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. And the first pitch, he squares around. Shiver takes off. The pitch is up high, and Shiver's in scoring position. Now, twice already, Jordan Broden has run for Shiver. This time, Shiver stayed in, and he has just stolen second base. Well, Shiver's no longer the pitcher, so no courtesy runner. He's now officially the designated hitter. So, Broden unable to do the courtesy duties. Here's the 1-0. High pop-up, out of play.
You got this, AJ.
Austin Hiller now on the mound for Trinity Baptist.
Hey, there's a bunch. There's 2 of them down here.
Potential tying runs on base, 1 out. Number 2 man, A.J. Alexo at the plate. Count of 1 ball and 1 strike. This one hits the batter, and the Eagles have loaded the bases. That's a first hit batsman for Justin Skinner. Jordan Keys at the plate. He is 0 for 2 plus a walk. Keys came up with 2 outs in the 5th and 2 runners in scoring position, and Justin Skinner just ate him up with a couple of breaking balls. Coach Mulliken out at the mound. All 3 runners heading over to talk to their coach Copeland at the third base side. We'll pause here. When we come back, Keys will bat with the bases loaded and 1 out. Big opportunity for the Eagles. Jordan Keys at the plate. Have to get 1 home here. Here's a situation where a young player might try to do a little too much, but Keys, a senior, well experienced, and the pitch in the dirt, and a good block by the catcher Austin Davies. Keys, a transfer player from Southeastern University, joining the Eagles this year as a senior. He's now a graduate. And the 1-0 on the way. And this one misses low for ball 2. So now Keys can look for the pitch he wants. Well ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Left fielder Banta very deep. Here's a 2-0. Ground ball towards third. McLean will field. He'll go to second, and it gets away. Kohick has scored. Here comes Shiver. We are tied. Now that will go as an RBI fielder's choice. 1 run batted in for Jordan Keys, and an error on the shortstop Landon McLean, allowing Shiver to score and Keys to advance to second. Also on the play, A.J. Alexo should have been out at second, but now standing at third base, and we're tied at 3. Again, credit Keys with 1 run batted in. Second and third, 1 out. Here's David Hall. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Chance for Trinity to take the lead. And a good pitch. David Hall taking that curveball. He wants one that he can get into the outfield. Again, banted deep and left, not quite as deep as he was a moment ago. Corner infielders in. Ground ball towards short. McLean knocks it down. Nowhere to go, but now he has Keys caught. The run scores. Keys tagged out at third, but the Eagles lead it 4-3. Good base running by Jordan Keys. He forced himself into the rundown and made sure A.J. Alexo could score the run. That's an unearned run, but the Eagles lead by 1. That's a fielder's choice for Hall and a run batted in, his second of the day. 2 outs. Here's the second baseman, Nick McAdon. Runner at first, running for the catcher, and the pitch. Chopper towards second. McLean fields, goes the short route, and retires aside. Jordan Broden was a courtesy runner and came close to beating that throw. But that ends the inning. Trinity Baptist, though, scores 3 runs, 2 hits, a hit batsman, and a very costly error, allowing Trinity to take a 4-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Each team has had a 3-run inning, but the Eagles also got one in the first. They just had their 3-run inning in the top of the 7th and now lead once again, this time 4-3. Austin Hiller, if he can hold this lead, he is the pitcher of record. Brandon Tamayo, Caleb Banta, Easton Stanton are the first 3 scheduled hitters. That's 9-1-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Toccoa got 3 runs in the 4th. Trinity got 1 in the 1st and 3 in the 7th. Brandon Tamayo is 1 for 2. He has single and stolen a base. Brand new ball game, and it's now up to Austin Hiller and the defense to hold that lead. Eagles have committed 1 error, Toccoa Falls 2. Swing and a miss. 4, 11, and 1 for Trinity Baptist. 3, 5, and 2 for Toccoa Falls. One ball, 1 strike, that one in the dirt. Both bullpens have some men standing up, not doing much throwing. Some soft tossing in the TBC bullpen. And the 1-1, breaking ball. Had Tamayo way out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cleveland at Milwaukee, scoreless after 2. Tigers and Rangers in warm-up, getting ready to start in a few more minutes. Here's a 1-2. Breaking ball misses up high. Pirates at White Sox in about 20 minutes. Marlins at Cubs at 2:20. Here's a 2-2 from Hiller. Got the inside corner for strike 3. Tamayo gives the umpire a look and heads back, and that is number 3 for Hiller. In fact, 3 in a row. He came in with a runner on first in the 6th and nobody out. After an error, he got a sac bunt and then struck out 2 in a row, now 3.
Do it again, Austin.
1 out, base is empty. Here's Caleb Banta. He is 0 for 3, he's been punched out twice. Breaking ball, a bunt attempt, and he bunted right through it.
Go, Caleb, come on now.
Again, these 2 teams played 3 tight ball games up at Toccoa Falls. The Screaming Eagles, the home team, won all 3 of them. Here's the 0-1. Another beautiful breaking ball. There's a lot of Eagles fans in attendance. This is Trinity's home field. And the 0-2, high pop foul. That one is well out of play.
You got it, man.
Caleb Banta in the box.
1 more, 3-2.
No balls, 2 strikes. Hiller looking to put him away. And the 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Banta's the top of the order, leadoff hitter for Toccoa. 1 out, base is empty, bottom of the 7th. And a foul ball keeps Banta alive. Now in that 3-run 4th, I recall 3 Toccoa hitters fouling off a number of 2-strike pitches, and all 3 of them ending up reaching base. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Angels in Colorado later. Astros at Oakland. Those are all day games. Remind you of the night games as we get opportunities. Another 2-2 from Hiller. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away. Hall's going to have to chase it down, but he will not have a throw. Ill-advised. It's into right field. And George misses the ball, and fortunately, Banta did not see that. That is a strikeout, wild pitch. And an error on the catcher, David Hall. Banta was already at the bag. Hall didn't have much of a shot. Fortunately, Banta didn't notice that Kelvin George did not come up with that throw. He should be on third. That's where you have to watch your coaches. And the pitch is driven into right. That's a base hit. Kohik charging, and Banta will stop at third. On the throw that gets away from Hall, both runners are going to advance. So Banta scores, and now another runner into third. Eagles have played great defense today, but these last 2 plays that allowed the tying run to score and the go-ahead run into third base. RBI single. Banta scores. Well, take the RBI off because Banta scored on the overthrow, E8. And that allows Stanton to take third. Tied at 4, here is Josh Slate with the go-ahead run at third and 1 out. This one misses. 1 ball, no strikes. All 4 infielders in on the grass. High pop-up. In left, Draper is there. It's short. Here comes a throw. And it's right on the money. Stanton bluffed the tag, and there are 2 outs.
Come on now.
Depending on what McLean does, the run as it stands right now is unearned, but it's on the board and we're tied. David Hall blocks that pitch and keeps that runner at third. Both Hall and Austin Davies behind the plate, blocking many pitches in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Hiller winds and delivers, and he misses the outside corner. Luke Allen waiting on deck. Landon McLean at the plate now. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. Chopped foul. That one was upstairs. McLean might have chased one out of the zone. Two outs, runner at third. Line drive towards right. Kelvin George turned around and he made the catch on the dive. Kelvin George misjudged it at first, but he ran it down and laid out to retire the side.
Way to go, Calvin!
Well, the run is unearned, but Toccoa Falls has tied the game at 4 as we go to the top of the 8th. We are tied at 4 as we go to the top of the 8th. This is an elimination ball game, double elimination tournament. Both teams looking to stay alive and play again tomorrow. An unearned run in the bottom of the 7th has tied the score, and now pitching for Toccoa Falls, number 44, Cody Fry. He is 4-1 on the season, 5.40 ERA, making his 14th appearance. He has pitched a total of 15 innings. He will have Draper, Carter, and Kohick as his first 3 scheduled hitters. Give you the numbers on Skinner at the next opportunity. First pitch off the foot of the pitcher and into center field. McLean came very close to making that play. One pitch and the Eagles have the potential lead run at first. Cody Fry, a sophomore from Hartwell, Georgia, allowed the base hit to start the 8th. Here's Matt Carter. Eagles got 3 in the 7th. At the time, that gave him a 1-run lead. Now it's tied, and Carter squares around and fouls off the bunt attempt. Runner at first, nobody out, no balls and a strike. We'll see if Carter squares around again. He does, and he chases one well out of the zone. Don't get too eager. Got to be a strike. So Carter now with 2 strikes. Pitch from Fry. Misses outside. Neither starting pitcher will pick up a win or a loss. The game belongs to the bullpens. Austin Hiller for Trinity, Cody Fry for Toccoa Falls. Chopper could be 2. Thomas to McLean, over to first, double play. So 2 outs. Leadoff single is erased. Michael Kohick at the plate, 1 out of 3 with a run scored. Huge double play for Toccoa Falls. Kohick looking now to start a 2-out rally. Check swing and no. One ball, no strikes. And time called. We'll see if that pitch counts. It was inside. Now warning issued to the Toccoa Falls bench. It is ball 2. At least that was put up on the scoreboard. Dugout warning for Toccoa Falls. And this one misses outside, and now the scoreboard's reset. 2 balls, no strikes, so maybe that pitch did not count. I heard time called before the pitch was on the way, so that nullified it. And this foul ball, if I have it correct, makes it 2 balls and a strike. So Fry delivers. This one misses upstairs. That is ball 3. Eagles got the leadoff man aboard, but then a double play erased him, and there's a pitch driven down the right field line and out of play. So the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Skinner, 7 innings, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. And this one is fouled off. Count remains full. He allowed 11 hits, he walked 1 and struck out 1. Ball 4 up high, and the Eagles get their base runner back, but now with 2 outs.
Now batting number 1, Kelvin George.
Kelvin George is 2 for 2, and he's also laid down a sac bunt. No sac bunt in the works with 2 outs, but even with the third baseman in, Kelvin George, very capable of beating out a bunt. He's done it many times this season. Swinging away, and he fouls it off. Stanton at third, in front of the bag. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Middle infielder's back. They just need to get a force out. Allen holding the runner at first. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch misses outside. Kohik is getting a terrific secondary lead. Modest lead now. Fry from the stretch. And a foul tip is caught and held on, and that is strike 3. Eagles get a hit and a walk, but do not score. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, all knotted up, 4-4. Senior, now graduate, Dan Richard on the mound for Trinity Baptist College. Austin Hiller, 2 innings, 1 unearned run, 3 strikeouts. We are tied at 4 as we start the bottom of the 8th. Luke Allen, TJ Lanning, and Jesse Thomas are the scheduled hitters. Richard, no wins, 3 losses on the season, a couple of saves, 7.94 earned run average, and 28 1/3 innings. He has struck out 22 men, so a high strikeout ratio for Dan Richard. He's going to face 5, 6, and 7. Combination that helped lead to 3 runs for Toccoa in the 4th inning. 4 runs, 12 hits for Trinity Baptist. 4 runs, 6 hits for Toccoa Falls. Luke Allen will lead things off. Bottom of the 8th. First pitch from Richard. Line drive right at A.J. Alexo for out number 1.
Up to bat number 14.
So 1 out, bases empty for TJ Lanning. He had himself an RBI double and a run scored in the 4th. Laid down a sac bunt his last time up, 1 out of 2. Winner moves on, loser is out. 4-4 tie in the 8th, and the first pitch in the dirt. 2 teams that know each other very well. Play at least 3, sometimes 6 every season. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss. These 2 teams, these schools anyway, hook up on the soccer field and the basketball court in both men's and women's divisions as well. And here's the pitch, ground ball towards second, right at Macedon. Easy play to first for out number 2. Good true hop right at the Eagles' second baseman. 2 up, 2 down. Here's second baseman Jesse Thomas. 1 out of 3, an RBI single in the 4th. Went down on strikes as last time. Big gap right up the middle. Both middle infielders pulled toward the lines. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Center fielder Kohick shading Thomas towards right. Here comes the 0-1 from Richard, and it's fouled away. Dan Richard likes to get rid of the ball. Give me the ball, let me throw. Takes a good look in, now ready. Here's the 0-2. And this one hits the batter. And Thomas will head on down to first. Breaking ball that got away from Richard. That's the first batter that any Trinity pitcher has hit.
Now batting number 5, Austin Davies.
Austin Davies at the plate. Potential lead run at first in Jesse Thomas. Davies drove in a run in that big 4th inning. He is 1 out of 3. One thing about Richard, he doesn't let things like that get to him. He's ready to pitch. Hard throwing right-hander. Got to meet his father last night. He came down from Minnesota to watch graduation and these ball games. And there's a terrific curveball for strike 1. Second time I've gotten to meet Mr. Richard. Came down for last year's end of the season ball games here at Trinity Ball Yard. And the 0-1. High fly ball out of play to the right. Richard ahead in the count, 0-2. That was the count on Thomas before the hit batsman. So Richard from the stretch, the 0-2 in the dirt and blocked by Hall. Tried to get Davies to chase, but Davies wasn't having any of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Richard again from the stretch, and ground ball to third. That gets under the glove of Jordan Keys, and runners are going to be at first and second. Now, I thought I heard an umpire shouting something as a pitch was on the way. If I heard him correctly, he shouted balk. But Coach Mulliken might go ahead and accept the play. It's kind of like decline the penalty in football. That is an error on the third baseman, Jordan Keys. So 2 outs, 2 men on. Here's center fielder Brandon Tamayo. There's a courtesy runner for the catcher. Number 1 is Brandon Tamayo at the plate. The courtesy runner at first. Number 7, Austin Owen. Okay, so a balk was called, but Coach Mulliken decided to take the result of the play instead. The offensive coach gets that option. Here's Richard, and he misses downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Believe the balk was for a quick pitch. Richard not quite coming to a set position. But it goes as an error. First and second, 2 men out. Richard steps off. One ball, no strikes. This one misses outside. It's 2-0. Come on. 2 balls, no strikes. Richard now taking his time, making sure of the signs. Checks the runner and the pitch. High fly ball into center. He got under it. Kohick is there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Tamayo got under it and lifted it up high enough for Cohick to get underneath. And we go to the 9th, all tied up at 4.
Short time.
And we go to the 9th, all tied at 4. And joining us now, Warner University Royal and former Trinity Christian Academy student Cameron Cooper. I believe you spent a year here at TCAA and then transferred away?
Yes, I came here for 1 year and I played my sophomore year. I pitched, played a little first base, and then I transferred to Ridgeview High School where I graduated from.
I'm sorry I didn't recognize her. As soon as I heard your name, I at least remembered I have met you before.
Yeah.
What do you think of the two teams on the field right now?
Oh, I'm actually kind of excited to watch this because the summer team I played for, Jonathan Shiver and
he's batting right now, Shiver.
They were the coaches of the team I played for this summer. And then I got to play with a lot of the freshmen here on that team.
And what year are you at Warner?
I'm a sophomore. I just finished my sophomore year.
All right, the 0-1 to Shiver looked a little wide, but Cody Fry got the call. It's 0-2. Shiver has beaten out 3 infield hits, and he's scored a run. Also stole the base. This one misses, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So you're about to play a pretty good Bruton Parker team. They scored 21 runs in 2 games last night.
Wow.
So your pitcher better be on the ball.
We have a pretty good pitcher.
This one slapped down the left field line, and it is foul and drops safely in the middle of 3 men giving chase.
No, yeah, we have a pretty good pitcher throwing today, so hopefully he can just keep doing what he's done all year.
You don't want to give away your coach's secrets, so we'll just go with that. Maybe he's not ready to disclose who it is just yet. You know, we got viewers. People like to text each other.
That's true.
Nothing wrong with that if they know and if it's divulged, of course, but you know, Coach may not want to divulge that information just yet. 1-2 on Shiver, and the pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's 1 out. Trinity got a run in the first, 3 in the 7th. Toccoa kind of reversed that, 3 in the 4th and 1 in the 7th. 1 out, base is empty for A.J. Alexo. And the first pitch, line drive, base hit down the left field line. Alexo will round first. He will head on into second. The throw is not going to be made. That's a 1-out double for Alexo, his 2nd hit of the ball game. 4th time he has been on base. Hit by a pitch and scored last time up. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 1st. So the potential go-ahead run, I'm used to saying winning run in this situation because this is Trinity's field. Sometimes I forget they're the visiting team right now.
Forget that it's tournament play, got to adjust to that.
But Alexo aboard at 2nd, very fast. Here's Jordan Keys, had an RBI fielder's choice his last time up. Base hit in the outfield. You can expect Alexo to go unless the ball's hit really hard right at someone. That could be the game-winning run at second base. Of course, Toccoa gets an at-bat in the bottom of the 9th no matter what. Good pitch on the outside corner, not the one Keys wanted. Good take. Some younger hitters might try to do too much and chase anything near the plate in this situation.
Yeah, that's smart to wait back and look for his pitch here.
Well, he's a well-experienced senior.
So you know he would definitely like to get a hit here and help extend his year.
And this one fouled off. He took a good rip, but that ball had some movement on it. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. Keys has also walked, struck out, and grounded to third in this ball game. Middle infield playing back, trying to get the out, keep the runner from scoring. And the pitch is upstairs. That was a purpose pitch, trying to get Keys to chase. You don't have to put every pitch over the plate. If you see a hitter is likely to chase, put one out of the zone.
Especially with 2 strikes, you really don't want to give in to him there.
1-2, and this one, strike 3. Keys did not like to call one bit. And that is out number 2, the second strikeout of the inning for Cody Fry.
That one definitely had some late break on it.
Well, he's been giving that pitch to both sides the entire game. The hitters need to make the adjustment. It's not what they think, it's what the umpire is calling.
That's true.
He has been very consistent both ways.
That's the best thing you can ask for, though, is that you have a consistent umpire.
David Hall has driven in 2. A third one would put the team ahead in the 9th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one missed, up and away. Alexo very fast at second, and with 2 outs, he's running on contact. Ground ball up the middle. McLean can't get it. Here comes Alexo around third. He will score. A huge break for the Eagles on that high hopper over the glove of Landon McLean. That is David Hall's 3rd hit of the game. I always like to call a player of the game. It's his 3rd RBI. Nothing else happens. David Hall's our player of the game.
I believe it. That's a great day right there.
AJ Alexo, who doubled, he ended up scoring now. It'd be a tough call because AJ scored 3 times now. 2 of those runs came on David Hall base hits. So they're working in tandem today. Jordan Broden, very fast, is a courtesy runner. 2 outs. Here's Nick McAdon. Broden bluffed, held up, and it's strike 1. So Dan Richard, if he can close the door in the 9th, would be the winning pitcher. Of course, you may not care who, but we're hoping that's the case.
No, I'm pulling for the hometown team, so.
No balls and a strike. McAdon digs in, swinging a foul tip right into the mitt. Hitter on deck you're talking about is Christian Draper.
Yep.
Ridgeview High School.
Yep. 2016 grad.
Yeah, Christian's a sophomore, so you're seeing a former teammate, still friend.
Yep.
Ridgeview came here. Trinity Christian beat them, but
they played a couple times.
Their JV team destroyed ours, 12-0.
Really? I've heard they got some up-and-coming players.
Yeah, varsity game was really good, and we streamed that on TCA Conquerors Athletics on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
1-2 to McAdon, swing and a miss. That ends the inning. 3 strikeouts for Cody Fry. However, the RBI base hit from David Hall scores Alexo. And as we go to the bottom of the 9th, Dan Richard needs to get 3 outs, and you see him sprinting to the mound. 5-4 Trinity Baptist. Bottom of the 9th, Cameron Cooper, former TCA Conqueror, joining us here for the 9th inning. The softball team last night won the regional final on the way to state semifinal.
Oh, that's great.
Bailey Cooley pitched a perfect game.
Wow.
Bailey Cooley just came this year as a junior, transferred from Fletcher High School, I believe that was. She had a walk-off home run last Thursday in the regional semifinal and pitched a perfect game. She's having a terrific playoff season.
That's what I was about to say. She really came to play.
And your former coach, Gil Morales, he's on his way to Pensacola. They're playing in the regional semifinal tonight. They lost badly to Providence a few nights ago in the district championship. One of their guys hit that practice mound with a home run.
Wow.
That's a long way out there. You played on this field before, so you're familiar with it. Bottom of the ninth, Caleb Banta. Yeah, that was a good, that's close to 400 feet out there.
I got to see Providence play a little bit last year. I got to see Trinity. Those are both really good high school clubs.
Yeah, Providence hit 4 home runs in that game. I believe it was 14-4 the final.
They got quite a few commits on that team. Alex Sanchez, Nathan Hickey, those guys.
Yeah, and they're the ones who did the damage too.
Really?
No balls and a strike. Bottom of the ninth. Caleb Banta at the plate. Dan Richard trying to pick up the win in relief. Line drive hit towards right. Kelvin George on the run makes the catch.
He's covering some ground out there today.
You weren't here when he made a diving catch on a similar play. He kind of stumbled, ended up having to lay out, caught the ball about a foot above the ground.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was just a few innings ago too. 1 out. Dan Richard has 2 left to get. Here is Easton Stanton. Now Toccoa won all 3 regular season games. Very tight like this most of the way.
Wow.
So Trinity trying to return the favorite.
Yesterday.
Yes, they can play some ball.
And a really good pitcher, left-handed that weekend.
Yeah. Now the final score was 10-3, but Toccoa actually played pretty well. You guys strung together some hits in a row.
No, we just had a few big flies that helped us out, but they had a really good pitcher that came us on our toes.
What? Who was that grand slam?
Junior Firmine.
Junior Firmine, all right. No doubter either.
Oh, definitely.
Strike 2 from Dan Richard.
Yeah, Junior's been really great for us this year. We actually won our team MVP award in our banquet.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Don't get too excited too soon. Myself and Dan out there on the mound. You still have to get this final out, and you hear the Major League broadcaster say it all the time. That 27th out is the hardest one to get.
It really can do.
Now, if Dan can get this out, he will be the winning pitcher. Cody Fry on the hook. Josh Slate, you talked about him a little while ago.
I believe that was the starter for yesterday.
He was last night's starter. Takes a fastball on the corner. Slate 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a fly ball. Infield back, looking to knock it down. Outfield, medium depth, Cohick towards right. 1 ball, 1 strike. My heart's racing a little bit because the loser is done for the season.
And the winner, they play tonight, correct?
The winner will play Emmanuel tonight.
Oh, that could be a good ball club to go against.
Here's the 1-1. High fly ball towards left. Draper not going to get there. It's up against the fence. Slate around second. A big turn. On his way to third. He will make it. And that is a 2-out triple for Josh Slate. Well, he can see that play a lot better than we can from way up here. Credit him with hustle. He recognized the opportunity. That will go as a triple. It 1-hopped the fence. Draper came close to making it just out of his reach. Tying run at third. Landon McClain at the plate. Again, infield back. Just need to get the out at first. Swing and a miss. Here's where David Hall has to make sure nothing gets by him.
You just got to block everything here that your pitcher has some trust in the catcher.
Yeah, forget the glove. Use the body.
Yes.
No balls and a strike. Line drive. Matt Carter catches it and the Eagles win. Dan Richard, the winner in relief, 2 scoreless innings. Matt Carter right in front of that line drive. You want to credit both teams with some fantastic play. Not many mistakes, but when they happened, each team took advantage. Cameron, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
Welcome
having me.
back to Trinity. Good luck in
Feels
just
good
a
to be
little
back.
while. Final score, Trinity Baptist College 5, Toccoa Falls College 4. The Eagles advance to tonight's elimination game against Emmanuel College. That game scheduled to start at 7 p.m. 5-4 victory. Toccoa Falls had a fantastic season. They will end their season with a record of 28-20. Great ball game out on the field. The game is scheduled to start at 3. We'll see if that's a start time. Watch your screen. You'll see the live now pop up. If it's as exciting as this one, you are in for a treat. We'll be back at 3 o'clock here on TBC Eagles on YouTube Live. Stay with us.